All right, hello everybody. I'm Jeff,
And I'm Jeff.
And I'm Liam.
Ruined.
and welcome to the Generation Gap podcast, a show about current events and history from the past. What is going on, guys?
Hanging in there,
Well,
chilling.
we were in the midst of talking about your your next. Oh God.
What is wrong with you? We can't do podcasts this late. Jeez. You know when people
We
have
wanna
like
start
Alzheimer's
with-
and it gets worse when the sun
we
goes
want to
down.
start with Joe. No, I don't believe so. But now that I forgot what I was going to say, it might be. We're going to start with Jeff's newfound favorite rock band, Explore.
What is wrong with you? I need to know what is going on.
Dude, you're killing it right now.
Man, you're on fire on this podcast.
Stand up and show them.
Gotta make sure I got that, man.
Oh my gosh, you're killing it.
The shirt from the
What?
concert.
What is wrong with you? Oh my gosh. I didn't know I was going to come on here and you're going to be nasty. You're going to be nasty to me. I don't like this. I don't
Oh,
like
God.
this.
I think we made it. I think we finally made it.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
man,
All
I
right.
knew you were going to be nasty on this podcast. I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
as soon as we got on here.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll be doing thousands of these with the followers that we have. So we'll all have our moods, but oh my God, yeah.
What is happening?
We just got back from University of Missouri. Spent the weekend out there. Had a good time, and see Ben and hang out a little bit. It was fun. And so, you're always happy to get home, right? And it's like 8.5 hours, 9-hour drive. So we get halfway back, and we're like, I need some coffee. So we're trying to find a Starbucks, right? So we finally find one. We go in there, we get it. And it's got two venti black coffees, right? You know how hot they are. So we put them in the cup holders, right? So we're just going to let them cool off because they're too hot, right? So we let them cool off about 15 minutes. And I start drinking my coffee. So I pick it up. I start drinking. I'm like, oh, that's kind of hot. So I go to put it down. And I swear to God, these cups are getting cheaper and cheaper. I squeezed the cup together. Lid popped off. Hot coffee down my arm, down my hand, hits my
No.
leg, and I drop it into the console. And there's coffee everywhere. Oh my God. So my pants are wet. And I got blisters on my hands.
Jeez.
Anyway, that's how it ended. Other than that.
Speaking of coffee, so like we take the kids to dance class every Saturday, and in the parking lot is a Dunkin' Donuts. While they're in class, I walk over to Dunkin' Donuts and get a coffee. I was there, like, oh man, I want to get a donut. They look good today. So I asked the front lady, and I was like, can I get a coffee and a Long John? And she's like, what? I was like, a Long John. She's like, no. And I'm like, you guys don't have Long Johns? She's like, I don't know what that is. Nobody at Dunkin' Donuts knew what a Long John was.
What did they call it? That's the
Yeah.
interesting part. A long
They
donut?
didn't have them. They didn't have them.
Oh, they didn't exist.
Yeah.
What?
Is
Oh,
Long John not? Is that a regional thing?
no. Ooh,
I
that's
mean,
a good question.
nobody knew.
Oh no, we have them down here because the bakery we like, they have Long Johns. Yeah, they do.
No,
And,
like blank faces. And if you say Long John out of context and nobody knows what that is in the store, they think I'm being a weirdo.
yeah, I know.
Like, can I get a
I
Long
know.
John? And she's like, no. What?
They thought you were a weirdo because you weren't in the bakery. You were in the meat department. You were in the butcher shop.
At Dunkin' Donuts?
Well, maybe not. But
Oh my gosh, we gotta stop doing late podcasts. I don't think you can. I don't think you can handle it.
I got more dad jokes. You ready for
Yeah.
them? You can't handle.
You literally just laughed for 10 minutes straight about my shirt saying "Explore."
Well, it struck a funny
Classic.
bone. I don't know. I just don't know who buys a shirt that has no meaning, but has words on it. I thought it had. I thought it was a band. Look, it looks like a band.
It had a mountain,
All right.
so go explore mountains. Basically, is the message.
All right. Anyway, what else we got? Oh, last week. Well, before we get to anything else, we went to Nashville and to the historic Ryman Theater, so which is where the Grand Ole Opry was and all that stuff, right? And classic theater, really cool actually to be inside there, with all the history on it. And we saw Wind Rivers, and these guys, my God, I don't know if you've listened to them yet or not. They're a little folky, but kind of pop folky, but it's got a good sound. We love it, man. And then so we went first. We partied on Nashville a little bit down the strip, and then as we were cutting through to the street when we first got there, the main guy from Wind Rivers is standing out there, and he's on the phone, I guess, with his girlfriend or something. And I just patted him on the back. I'm like, thumbs up. Hey, we're gonna be at your concert. He goes, oh, thank you. So I had a chance right there to be a roadie. So didn't make it for Rush. Maybe we make it for Wind Rivers. But they were really good though, man. They put on a great show. And some bands, you go, it's like, oh, the guy can't even really sing, But these guys could all sing. It was phenomenal. I mean, they sounded great. And they even got in front of the mic one time and just, sang with no electronics at all, just played acoustic and all sang a song and sounded great. Oh my God. So have you guys heard them yet at all or no?
I've never even heard of them.
Well, write that down on your notes.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
No,
I'll pause. I'll pause.
I remember being a kid and like realizing too how some artists don't sound anything like they do in the studio.
Yeah.
And I think the first time it hit me was maybe like I was like 12 or 13, and Fall Out Boy performed live during something, and I heard Fall Out Boy like sing, and I'm like, what? This guy sounds like crap. This is bad. It was really bad. What?
Yeah.
Kind of
Well,
shattered the illusion.
Liam can probably speak to it more than I can, but I know a lot, that's all enhanced, from the studio.
Oh, yeah. They all use autotune to some extent. But also, like, you got to think, like, Fall Out Boy's touring, like, they're touring, like, 200 nights out of the year,
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of off nights. And, like, after 200 nights, I don't even know how you can speak. Like, I don't know how they're doing that. It's not possible. So, yeah, it makes sense that they're going to be terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know there were people in the past, they probably could never sing, but
yeah, definitely.
They had the look and it was cool. And the band, was a cool, like back in the day, I kind of say this a lot, but back in the day, you had to be really good to make it, and you had to have a distinct sound and then we went through the phase where they were kind of creating pop stars and just give me something cute, somebody cute or pretty or handsome, and we'll just turn them into something, we'll just auto tune everything. But back in my day growing up, you had to be good, you had to have a good sound, like Aerosmith and Zeppelin and Rush and AC/DC. They all had their own kind of sound, it was identifiable and they were all good,
I mean, I really believe that every pop artist today uses autotune. They've gotten so good at it, and the programs are so good that if they don't want you to know, you'll never know. I think every single one of them uses it, even the ones that can sing really well.
Yeah.
I think you already told the story on here, but I was going to use it for vinyl record info as well. But did you say Journey was the headliner and they got booed off after AC/DC opened for them? Were those bands? No, what was it? Tell me again.
Foreigner. It was
Foreigner.
AC/DC, Foreigner, Aerosmith. Yeah. So the 5 bands were. He sang Magnets and Steel. Walter Egan, and then Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. He was known for playing the guitar with his teeth. And then the special guest, we didn't know who they were, was AC/DC. They announced them. We still didn't know who they were until they started rocking, and then we bought all the albums. And then they sandwiched Foreigner in between AC/DC and Aerosmith. That's a problem. That's not a place you want to be, especially. And Foreigner's good. I like Foreigner, but you can't put them between. After the crowd is pumped up on AC/DC, they're ready for Aerosmith. I'm sorry. But,
yeah, it's a good story. I'm gonna use that one.
You know what else I just found out? And this is kind of random. We're just talking random today, apparently. The mayor of Knox County here. And yes, there's a mayor of the county. There's a mayor of Knoxville, but there's a mayor of Knox County. And the mayor of Knox County, you guys might know. The Undertaker's brother, Kane.
Yeah, I knew that.
He's the mayor of Knox County.
Yeah.
That's
How about
sick.
that?
Yeah, I knew that.
That makes a lot of sense, I feel like. It's checked out.
I don't know if that was a dig at me or it was like, yeah, you're cool, Dad, because you're down.
I think they do a podcast together, Undertaker and Kane.
Do they really? Okay.
Yeah. Kane, he's like a really put together guy. He's like smart and
right.
He's,
So my story checks out.
It does. That checks out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else is going on?
I was listening to the other day. Do you hate Michael Keaton or do you love Michael Keaton? I can't remember. I remember you had a strong opinion about it though.
Me?
Yeah.
I like Michael Keaton.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember.
I didn't. I know he was in Batman. I'm just not I can't do the superhero movies. I've done a couple. All right. I think I might have did that one. I did the first Spider-Man. That might have
Liam, did you get into Marvel at all?
No. I can't do it. I really can't do it.
Oh.
I like Spider-Man. That's it.
Yeah. Did you like watching the movies?
Spider-Man, yeah. Yeah. I like Batman a little bit, but I stopped watching like all the new ones. But just Spider-Man. Everything else is like, I can't do it. It's too much.
Yeah, it's pretty bad now.
But yeah. Pretty bad.
I really liked Marvel up until Endgame, And then once that one ended, it kind of really fell off a cliff for me. But yeah, I was listening to a podcast about Michael Keaton the other day, and I remember I thought you had a strong opinion about him, either negative or positive, but it seems like you're lukewarm on him.
I'm kind of lukewarm. I like him. I don't have anything against him. I liked him.
I couldn't even point him out in a line.
He was in a good movie called I don't know if it holds up in time or not, but called Night Shift.
Yeah.
With I think Henry Winkler was in that movie.
Yeah, they did like a Mount Rushmore of his movies, so they picked like his top 4 movies, and I think they were between Mr. Mom and that movie, maybe, and then Batman, Beetlejuice, and Spotlight.
Oh, Spotlight, yeah.
Oh, he's the main guy in Spotlight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he was the first Batman too, wasn't
he? Yeah, I said they put that on the list. Yeah.
Yeah, I only know him from Spotlight. I think it's the only time I've ever seen him.
Yeah, he was in a movie.
Beetlejuice?
I've never seen Beetlejuice.
Oh.
They say Beetlejuice 2 that just came out is good.
Yeah,
no,
they crushed it at the box office.
Huh?
They crushed it at the box office.
Yeah.
Surprising.
I was never a fan of Beetlejuice.
No?
No, I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. But I did see a movie in the theater not too long ago too, for the first time in forever. Twisters.
Oh yeah. Do you like it?
It's not as good as the singular version, Twister.
Obviously.
But Twisters is alright. I mean, it just wasn't, it just seemed like it was rehashed. They had the metal thing with the balls they're trying to release into the thing. Like, this is Twisters. Come up with something new.
That's the movie with the guy from the TV show, right? The kid. You know what I'm talking about? With like Millie Bobby Brown, and when they all started as kids in that TV show.
Scary things, or
yeah, doesn't
Stranger
it have
Things.
that from it?
Stranger Things. What about it?
Doesn't it have the guy from Stranger Things, the kid, in Twisters?
I don't think so.
Or am I just an idiot?
No, the main guy is
he's
like an up and coming.
Not sure about that.
I'm struggling to know one thing about movies. I know zero things about movies.
Yeah, no, I know, but they could have been, but he's older now, so I have no clue.
Yeah, Glenn Powell. Yeah, he's like the main guy.
I know Bill Paxton was in the first one.
No clue.
No clue.
I heard in that movie though, Daisy Edgar Jones, who plays like the female lead, she is like, I don't know, is it like she can like feel the weather a little bit too much,
yeah.
Like
it's a typical story, She went away to do her own whatever she was doing, I don't know, teaching or something, and then the guy kind of ventured back into her life inadvertently, and she was always the one. She could always just had a sixth sense of where to storm, what direction it was going at all times, so she'd always get ahead of it until, it's just, pretty formulaic. It wasn't, story didn't keep you compelled, really, I don't know. That's my 2 cents. But,
I think last week we were going to talk Bears, right? We're going to talk a little bit of Chicago sports.
Yeah, what do you got for us?
Well, I thought that my brother Jeff had some things to say about like Hard Knocks and stuff like that.
Oh, Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah, Hard Knocks is awesome.
I know.
I love Hard Knocks every year because, I mean, I loved it even more this year because obviously the Bears. But it gets you so invested, like fantasy. It gets you so invested in like individuals on the team that like you watch them. Even if I'm not a fan, like the Dolphins was on Hard Knocks one year, and I like followed them that season because I feel like I knew some of the guys.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this year with the Bears was, really cool. And
did you find yourself rooting for that Wheeler running back with the long dreads?
Yeah, he was gonna do great.
Yeah, I just found myself rooting for that guy, man. He was like a quiet dude, super smart. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's injured, so I think they have to. Right? So he'll get another crack at it next year, I guess. But yeah, he looked pretty good though. Like
he did.
Like he could have been a keeper. So hopefully next year he turns it around.
Yeah, I like that guy a lot. It makes me like the GM more too.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, and it kind of made you like the GM of the Giants a little less too. Did you see that one? Did you see the Giants one?
No.
Like the Giants Hard Knocks?
Yeah, it was on right before the Bears one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Did you see it, Liam?
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay. Yeah.
GM's not a good dude?
Well, I mean, he's all right. He's one of those guys that comes off trying to act all polished and kind of like you know it all, like he knows everything, but
yeah,
it just he didn't give you the warm fuzzy like the Bears guy does, He kind of is invested in him, He's kind of emotional releasing a couple of those guys, I like that. I like the passion that comes behind that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes him very likable,
Yeah, for sure.
You can tell he was very emotionally invested in it and really liked the job.
Right.
I mean, that would be a cool job.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think like a year or two before he got with the Bears, he interviewed for Carolina Panthers to be the GM, and they didn't go with him. And then like 3 years later, he like fleeces them completely in a trade. It's like a pretty good story.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah,
they're gonna be bad for a while.
I didn't know until that show that he was in the training camp for the Bears as an offensive lineman, but he got cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I didn't know that
kind
either.
of a cool connection to the Bears.
Yeah.
I think this is it. I think Caleb's the guy, and I think Super Bowl. I'm fully in.
Said it every time.
Every time I buy in, I'm like, this is going to be the best quarterback in Bears history. Super Bowl. Every time. I'm optimistic.
Yeah. I'm not.
I'm optimistic. I don't know, maybe because I'm just optimistic kind of dude. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping it's like legit optimism.
Yeah.
But
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, because we've been burned our entire lives, basically.
Yes. Every single time. So, I mean, my expectations aren't even that high of anybody ever coming in to become a quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
And
we could have got Tom Brady, and he would have immediately started sucking.
Yeah, 100%. No, we could have drafted Mahomes, and he would have been garbage, and Trubisky would have popped off. It's like,
And the first game, I mean, let's face it, it wasn't really that good. I mean, rookie first game, got the jitters, so you can't put everything into one game, but that's
it's just the same conversations.
Age-old saying, isn't it? The same. I know. It's the same with Fields, right? Like,
when he's bad at the end of the year.
It's the first week. It's the first month. First year.
It's the first decade. He'll come around.
But nobody's highly touted.
Minutes left in the second quarter, and it's 13-3 Texans.
Houston's a good team. They figured things out. We got a lot to figure out.
Yeah.
I got the Bears defense, and I'm starting them this week, so it's not looking good.
Yeah. I didn't look at the betting this week, but definitely the under would have been the pick for the Bears in Houston. I think whatever the over under was.
Well, Houston usually scores a lot, but
the Bears
well,
defense.
The Bears good defense, and they got a good defense. I think so.
That is true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't know.
Oh man, I got a haircut. I always go Sport Clips for my haircut, and they gave me a freaking cool guy haircut. It's like shorter on the sides and like longer on, like too long on top. I look like a Peaky Blinder now.
You do actually on the side there when you turn your head.
I don't like it. I didn't even pay attention. Because I have the simplest haircut.
I think it's called a fade, right?
I don't know. I have a super easy haircut. I get a 2 on the sides, and then they cut it with scissors on top to where it makes sense. And I've never had an issue. I have a very easy haircut. I wear everything down. I don't wear any product. That's it. And I came out in the car, and I didn't even look at it. I'm so used to getting an okay haircut because it's so easy. I didn't even look at it. And then when I got home, Katie was like, "Whoa, cool guy alert!"
That is not a good sign. Your wife said,
"Whoa." Terrible feeling.
Yeah. So I went in the bathroom. I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah. Freaking. Oh, I was bummed. She was like, "You need to go back." And I'm like, "No, absolutely not. That'd be horrible."
What would you do? I'm gonna cut some more off.
You can cut more off the top. Sorry, I didn't look at my own hair before I left.
I thought it looked good.
I think
well, I gotta live with it. I gotta live with it until
it looks cool.
Next one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think on the side it's got the E from Explore. Your shirt, that side of your head. It's got. I think they carved a little bald spot on that side. Look down to E and then look up at your head.
We had an amazing callback. That was incredible how you went back to the Explorer.
It was too good. He had to go back.
Yeah.
Liam, get
I
your
need some
guitar out. Play a
support.
little
I
Explorer.
need some support from you guys on my haircut, and you guys don't
I
give me
love
any.
it.
It's a cool dye haircut for cool guys.
Yeah. Right.
It looks
Thanks
like
for the
they
pep talk.
it looks like they kind of looks like they shaved the whole top middle off, and they said, "Fuck, oh damn it." Then they had one. They just put it all together, and just put it on your head, and then stuck it with double-sided tape.
Where'd you learn to give a pep talk? Guantanamo? What is this?
You know, you can still go to the same place, but I'd probably use the girl the next chair over. But no, actually, I like it. Actually, I like your haircut. And
I don't know what you think right now. I have no idea what you believe right now.
I like it, and I'm good for your ego. Now I lost my train of thought.
Oh, on a more positive note,
I
went to Lowe's today, and because I had to get some painter's tape because we have our year warranty coming up, and so they're going to come through and fix all the things. But I need blue and green painter's tape, green for drywall, blue for paint, and I got a pressure washer, and I love it. But what's even cooler, and I pressure washed everything today. I went on a pressure wash kick.
It's awesome. It's addictive.
I know. But what's even cooler is on the Lowe's app before I went to the store and was looking at stuff, and I found this pressure washer that I like for $249. So I go over to the store, I find it, and the price is $199. And I'm like, what the heck? Because I'm in like the Lowe's like in-store app, and it's saying $249. And so I think to myself, I was like, man, I'd be pissed if I bought this for pickup for $249 and in the store here's $199. So it's behind a cage. So the guy unlocks it for me and I get it, and we're actually comparing between two of them. And so I go to check out and it rings up $249. And I was like, whoa, oh, supervisor, please. Supervisor.
Yeah.
I'm at the self-checkout. I was like, I need help. And I'm like, this is ringing up $249, but price tag in the aisle says $199. So she radios over to that aisle, and the guy's like, yeah, it's ringing up $249, but the price tag does say $199. So give it to him for $199. I'll fix the price tag. So she calls another manager over and overrides it. So I got $50 off the pressure washer.
All right. Cool.
Nice.
It's a big day. It's a big day.
Well, let me tell you a little word of advice. The first pressure washer I had worked pretty good, and I stored it in our shed in the backyard for the winter. It didn't work again. It was leaking out everywhere when I turned it on in the spring, because the shed obviously did not keep it warm enough. So I turned it on. All the plastic was like broken from freezing and melting and all that. So yeah, it was coming out of the pores. It was coming out everywhere. I mean, it was so. I used it for I think a month, and that was it. That's the time when they always try to upsell you, which is sort of irritating, right? Or they say, "Do you want the guarantee?" 3-year guarantee for another $89.99. The product probably cost you $12, but the guarantee is $89.99.
Yeah,
you guarantee it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I know. That warranty popped up for it, and sometimes I do, but if it's not like thousands of dollars, I typically just don't do it.
Because if you bring it home and something's wrong, you can bring it back anyway.
Yeah, you get like Lowe's is still a 30-day return policy.
Yeah.
But you can I could have gotten the 2-year or 3-year warranty on it,
right?
Like $50 or whatever. But I'm like, I'm $200.
Yeah,
if it breaks after that, I'll either just not ever have a pressure washer again, or I'll just go buy another one.
I know, because you got 30 days to return it, right? I feel like you're gonna try within that because you're kind of excited to try it, especially when you're OCD, like pretty much all of us. The pressure washer is kind of a cool thing. Once you start using it, like, whoa, this is great. You got to keep doing the whole driveway,
It's like coloring. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. But let's somewhere to go with that.
This is a hot cast, guys. We got pressure washers. We're talking about pressure washing. We're a podcast on the air right
We're
now.
back to the tools.
Is going in this deep on pressure washers. Nobody.
Oh yeah, mine broke, and then I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, I didn't get another one. I haven't got another one, so it's like, oh, I got 30 days to bring it back, right? So in that 30 days, I'm gonna use it. So if it don't work, I'm bringing it back. Right. If it's after the 30 days, like 6 months later, I feel like I probably broke it. You know, I probably don't deserve another one. So why am I going to pay for the guarantee? We're like, I broke it. And they're going to be like, you don't get it. I don't know. I feel like at that point, I'm on the hook.
So you feel like you should be punished for breaking the...
Yeah. Just like that, right? I put it in the shed. I was dumb enough to store it in the shed. You know, I should have went against what you two guys suggested. Damn it. Oh well.
Yeah.
But
you're a law and order guy, you know.
Yeah.
It's
my fault. At that point, it's my fault. So, you know, who needs a warranty? I'm punished now. I don't have one. So.
Well, yeah, I watched some of the front of the house, and it was just all a really great time.
It is kind of satisfying in a way, isn't it? Liam, you are going to discover this one day.
I'm not old enough for a pressure washer.
When you become a homeowner and you get your first pressure washer and you wash your patio, driveway, or even just the front of your house, you're like, whoa.
And you see the dirt just peeling away.
That's crazy.
With your toes, if you hit your foot. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was at some golf thing the other day, right? Oh, it was Missouri, right? They were advertising soccer or frisbee golf, right? I think it was. And I was thinking, wow, you know, frisbee golf, right? And we probably all seen it, right? Where you throw it and then it's got the chains hanging there. It's got a basket. You catch it, right? Yeah. And so and some of those are on golf courses. They'll be along the side of a hole or something. There was one in Chicago like that.
They have them at parks too, usually, just like
yeah. And they have little chains and baskets around that are the holes you got to throw it into. Mm-hmm. So, like me and like my buddy John, when we were young, right? Like back then, we all played outside, right? We didn't have any electronics, you know, that kept everybody inside. We didn't have any of that, so we all were outside all the time, right? So we were always trying to invent new games. We were both athletic and all that, and we always did all that stuff. But we wanted to invent something different, right, all the time. So we would get down at. We turned our alley into a baseball field, by the way. But we got down to the other end of the block, like a whole block, right, down the alley. You can see all the way down, right. And so we're like, all right. First, we had these little plastic golf clubs. And we had a plastic golf ball. So then we dug out this big hole, like where home plate was, you know. So it was like a block away. And so way down at the end of the alley, right? And you could see that far. And it's funny because my nephew, Kenny, call him Baby Kenny, he was standing right behind the hole, right? And I'm a block away and I'm hitting this little plastic ball. It's going to take us about 42 shots. You know, it's a par 42, this hole. So he's standing behind the hole, right? And I swing and hit the ball, right? He's yelling a block away down the alley, top of his little 8-year-old voice. You missed. Yeah. No kidding, I missed. But anyway, so we created that, right? So then we're like, oh, okay, you know, we did this for a while. Like, all right, enough of that. So we're like, okay, how about if we start like using a wiffle ball and a wiffle bat? We got all the way down there, and we would use the bottom of my parents' house. It was all like shingled, right? And then, what they call it back then? They had some kind of shakes on the side of the house, right, all the way up the house. And below it, though, the last 4 feet was all just concrete. So we were going to hit anywhere in the back of the house in the concrete. That was going to be our goal, right? So we got down to the end of the alley, and we're just using a wiffle ball and a wiffle bat. We're hitting it, and then how many times it took us to hit the concrete? It's kind of like golf, right? Then we switched to frisbee, and we're doing it with a frisbee, right? How many times did it take us from one end of the block to hit the concrete in the back of the house? What I'm getting to is we invented the game. Where's the royalties? Who invented it, and who stole it? It's got to be somebody from the block that saw John and I do this.
Did we not discuss this?
Are we with this? No, we did not.
We didn't?
I've definitely discussed this with you like 8 times.
That not on this podcast.
We didn't?
No. I'm gonna go no.
Well,
because
we also, I think the last time we talked about this, I think we looked it up, and it was like invented before you were born or something like that. So.
Pretty sure it was.
You made that up because we have not talked about this on the cast, and nobody did a goog on it.
Yeah.
No.
So I remember that.
So anyway, and that hence the other one. I think we need to get a patent out there for that one that we made on the basketball court too. That I passed along to you guys.
That is a fun game. I brought that to the Navy as well. I'd play with my buddies in the Navy, and we would have a good time. That is a fun game.
I think we should patent it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't think you can.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's not how it works. Get the patent entry form.
Guys, we should get the patent to football. What do you think? I don't think anybody's patented. We're going to be building
a specific game, a unique game that I think could be shared by all. We should, you know what? We're getting so popular now. We should just probably start doing our own commercials. All right.
Yeah. We need sponsors.
Yeah. But anyway.
So football, if you're listening out there, we're looking for a sponsor, and a game of football would be a great one.
Anyway, what's going on? You guys see the debate? We're not talking politics.
I purposely stayed away from it.
Yeah,
I watched it. I watched some of it.
Yeah. I lost interest, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
know. Yeah, it was. This one wasn't like as fun.
No, it wasn't as fun.
Well, Liam, what's going on? What's new with you?
Not much. This is my first weekend actually at home in the past 3 weeks. Last weekend I was in Chicago again for the first time in a while. Weekend before that I had friends down. We had all these plans when I was getting there, and then we ended up just going to a bar every single night and just drank more than I've ever drank. It's ridiculous.
That'll happen.
Yeah, pretty natural. Yeah, felt
Where
right.
you could go to museums and the shit aquarium and everything, and you just ended up getting hammered in a bar.
I don't know. It just feels so right when you're going there. Yeah.
You're talking about Louisville.
What?
You're talking about Louisville, right?
No, I'm talking about when I was in Chicago last week.
Oh, in Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, but we also did that in Louisville too. We were gonna go to the theme park here, and we're gonna go downtown to the museums, and we're just there's a bar here. We stayed at the bar for the next 5 hours.
Having a couple brewskis is awesome. There's not much better than that.
Yeah.
I think you forget how awesome it is until you're 5 in at the bar and you're playing pool.
Having a couple cold ones with the boys.
Yeah.
That's
All of a sudden, museum.
Weekend.
Yeah, museum lost interest all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It has a way of changing your plans. That's for sure.
Yeah. We went to a cool one though here It's in Bonnie Castle, is a neighborhood.
Okay.
They have glow in the dark ping pong on the top floor of it, which is pretty cool.
Dark. Wow.
Yeah, they have pool up there, and then on the bottom floor they have a bunch of gaming systems, so you can play like GameCube, Switch, all that stuff. So they have like Mario Party and Super Smash, and it was a lot of fun to get drunk and then play Mario Party. It's always
You ever do Mario Kart drinking?
I'm not a big Mario Kart person, but I have been drunk and played Mario Kart.
Yeah, but do you know that game though?
No.
So you have a beer, an unopened beer, and it's you against somebody else, or it could be you against a million people. I think you play like a bunch of people in that game at one time. But you have an unopened beer, and you cannot finish the race until that beer is gone. So it's a little bit of strategy because right when the race starts, you want to open it and then maybe just chug for like 2 or 3 big gulps as fast as you can, but then you got to get going. So, and then that's kind of my strategy. I get like 2 or 3 good ones in, and then I do the whole race, and I'm on the last lap, like halfway through the last lap, I slam the rest of it, and then I finish the race. That's kind of my strategic. Some people down the whole thing in the very beginning, or some people wait until the very end, and it's kind of up to you. But yeah, it's a fun game. Try it out.
That's fun. Thank you. You guys ever played Irish poker?
Yeah, of course. I was in a fraternity, Liam.
Oh yeah, that's actually fair. Forgot about that.
What did you say?
That game's great.
I've played every single drinking game on earth.
You ever ridden the bus in Irish poker?
Of course.
That shit sucks. That's like the worst thing of all time.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
It's cool young guy stuff.
You see his haircut?
Yeah, you see my haircut? Obviously, I'm doing cool young guy stuff.
Yeah. You're in some kind of.
We're not talking about hopscotch and jacks anymore.
We're not playing marbles over here.
Yeah, you regressed.
Yeah,
you guys regressed. Yeah, you guys wanted to stay inside. So we went outside.
It's Irish poker and horse racing are the 2 greatest drinking games of all time.
Yeah, I love it. I love all those card games. I don't like quarters. Anti-quarters. American Hero, or some people call it beer ball. You ever play that? That's my favorite drinking game of all time. That is my favorite drinking game ever. It's American just Hero. All you need is a table. You can use like a ping pong table if you want. But you put 1 unopened beer can only be a can, on each of the corners, and then you and your partner stand next to each other. The other 2 stand on the other side of the table, and your goal is to hit the beer directly with a ping pong ball, and it flies off going crazy because you're hitting the beer and it gets crazy angles. And if you hit it directly and it flies off, your partner can drink his beer until the team grabs the ping pong ball and puts it on the table. And you keep going back and forth like that until one team has both their beers finished.
That's pretty fun. I gotta try that.
It's a lot of fun, especially when you have a lot of people, because it gets so physical.
Yeah.
I would play, and if it hit off the can and people were in my way, you're like shoving people out of the way, trying to get to the ball. And then also it's an athletic game because you try to catch the ball off the beer can. So you kind of judge what angle it's gonna take, and hit it and catch it and put it right back on, and boom, they don't even have time to pick it up. But
kind of like that backyard game, right? Where you have that bottle and you try to hit it off with a frisbee and you got to catch it.
Yeah, I love that game too. What I didn't like though is we had a couple of guys, or we had one guy who was on the club ultimate frisbee team. So he would throw it like this. Some people do that. And it just wasn't fun. He would hit the beer bottle and like explode. He would throw it.
And his partner's neck would be slumped.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. It wasn't even fun playing with him.
I didn't lose my head.
So hard.
I'm putting crazy spin on it and shit.
Like this, trying to hit it, and he's the hell. Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I did not enjoy that. You gotta do. Oh, you live in Louisville. You playing any Louisville Chugger yet?
Louisville Chugger? I wasn't in a fraternity, obviously. I don't.
Goodness gracious! When you're
I don't know what
Louisville, you play Louisville Chugger. You get a wiffle ball bat and you cut the bottom of it off where you put your hands. You slice the bottom of it off,
No.
and then you fill it up with a beer because inside of a wiffle ball bat's hollow.
Yeah.
You fill it up with a beer. You crush the beer can. You give it to your partner, and you mark a line, right, as like the fetch for a home run. You do a home run derby, but basically you have to chug the beer out of the wiffle ball bat, and then you do this, and you spin it around 5 times,
Oh yeah.
And then your partner throws the beer at you, and you have to hit it for distance.
Throws the beer at you?
The beer can, the empty beer can that you just poured into the bat.
Okay.
And then you have to hit the beer can for distance.
Liquid.
What?
I thought you meant the liquid.
Yeah, he throws the beer at you, and you have to hit the beer with the.
So how far do you have to hit the can?
It's you draw like a line or some kind of landmark, and you say that's the home run. So if you hit it past that, you get a point.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you all take like 3 or 4 at bats and see who wins the home run derby.
Cool.
By the end of it, you've had a couple beers in you. Good time. We used to do beer Olympics in college, so we would do all of these games I was just talking about in one night, and it was a bracket style like NCAA, and you would win the overall championship. So you'd win individual championships like beer pong championship, American Hero, Louisville Chugger. Louisville Chugger we just did for distance. We didn't do a home run derby because we were just drinking so much for the other games, so it was just whoever hit it the furthest.
If you make contact.
Yeah, it's like one at bat. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And Beer Olympics champion at the end. It's a good time. You dabble in Flip a Cup, Liam?
It's also called Boom Cup, am I right?
Is it a solo cup and you have to
like you're all in a circle around the table and you have to flip your cup?
Yeah.
And then the one I'm thinking of is you all are in a circle and you have to bounce the ball into the cup and then you can like stack it on the person in front of you.
Yeah. That's a good one too. But Flippy Cup is just 5 of you on one side of the table, 5 of you on the other, and you each have like you have a solo cup, and each of you have like this much beer in the solo cup, and you just go down the line. You say ready, set, go, and you start at the very beginning, and then drink it. You put it down, and you have to flip it. Degrees and lands. Then you keep going down the line. But a cool spin on it that we used to do is, so we had like super long tables, right? So we would do like 10 on 10 sometimes, but we would do Survivor Flippy Cup. So basically, you did Flippy Cup like that all the way down the line. Whichever side won, huddled really fast, and then you voted to pick one person on the other side, and they would go one-on-one with one of your teammates, and if they lost, they're out of the game.
That's cool.
And then it'd be 10 on 9, so one person on their team had to go twice. And you kept doing that until the whole team was gone.
That's a cool spin on it.
Yeah. It got really fun because sometimes, like, if you dominated a team, it'd be like 10 against one guy, and one guy's flipping the cup and drinking 10 times. Also, it was fun because it was like a popularity contest, too. People got their feelings hurt because you had to vote on who you wanted out of the game. Which was always hilarious,
Yeah. It's kind of like they probably did away with it when you guys were there, but like, you in gym class, all right, Jeff, you and John are captains. Pick your teams.
Yes. No, we did that in elementary school still.
You always felt bad, did you? Okay. You always felt bad about the kids that got picked last,
Yeah.
And you already knew who it was going to be, didn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If you didn't know who it was going to be, it was you.
You already knew the entire order, didn't you?
Yeah.
It didn't matter if it was me or John.
There was no
we both
reason to
knew the
even pick.
entire order who you were going to pick.
Yeah, there was no shocks back then.
There was
no surprises. You would know the exact order.
we were coming home tonight. This is kind of an odd thing to say, but signs always kind of amuse me sometimes, signs. And
Yeah.
I feel like I need to start taking pictures of signs that crack me up. But it's a simple thing. You guys may not find the humor in it, but he's got a sign on his front deck, right, pointing toward the street as you're driving down this country road.
Yeah.
You're coming over the hill. The sign is pointing at your headlights, right? It's a no trespassing sign, right? But it's the first word is posted. No trespassing. I could be the only one that finds humor in that.
No,
But
that's hilarious.
It's the
'cause I
biggest
feel like
word. Posted. No
Because I feel
trespassing.
like he like read the law and was like, "All right, this is the sign I need
Yeah,
to get
you
him."
gotta post it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
God.
posted sign that clearly says no trespassing. He's got it. Roger that.
Posted is the biggest word.
Yeah.
I don't even get it.
It's already a sign, you know.
It's a
You don't need to
verb,
say
but what's the
posted.
change of the sign on the
Yeah.
sign?
It's like
So
signage.
if it was laying down in his garage and not put up yet, it wouldn't have the word posted on it. You know,
Yeah.
it magically appears when you mount it. You know, then it's posted. That's the only
Signage,
explanation.
no trespassing.
Yeah. I know. Oh my God, just cracked me up. The new sign. He felt compelled to put it up. You know, let's talk about that a minute. Like if I'm gonna go and rob somebody, I'm gonna read the sign. Oh, we can't trespass on this one, Mac. We got to go to the next one.
Sign. It's
Because he's
posted.
got a sign. What are you gonna do? He's got a sign. You got to do nothing.
It is posted.
Like really, what goes into that? Like I need a sign. Like how do you come up with that conclusion and then you actually go out there and post it?
Well, I mean, there is a legal.
You've got one?
to it. No.
What? Okay.
There is a legal component to it, especially if you had a lot of land where it's unclear where your property starts and ends.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that is not this.
Yeah. I mean, if you have it on your deck of your home, that's probably.
I think the law is clear that whether or not the sign is posted, you're not allowed in. You're not allowed in.
Yeah.
Even if the word posted is not there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've been driving too long. Slap happy. Yeah,
you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's going on, Liam?
Freaking out.
Did you have any pizza?
Liam.
Did I have any pizza? What?
Yeah, Chicago.
He's not a pizza lover like we are, but
you have any pizza in Chicago?
Actually, no. I did have pizza 2 weekends ago in Louisville, and wow,
timing was off.
It was terrible. It was like actually terrible. I think the
bad.
frozen pizzas that you get from the store are better than restaurant pizza here. It's really bad.
Yeah, I could see that.
I really want Little Naughties right now. I'm actually really hungry, but I'm not a big pizza person, like at all. I think Jack's frozen pizza is better than 95% of all pizza.
We have a brand new Aldi's down the street. Actually, a nice looking building for an Aldi's. We went in there and they actually had Gino's East frozen deep dish pizzas, right? So I get one and we took it home. We're like, let's check it out. At least, see. It was actually pretty good, really good, right? So like, I'm gonna go back there and get like 4 more and just stock up the freezer, right? I go back. Now they're gone. And so I'm like, you got any in the back? She's like, no, that's a, what'd she say? That's just like a rotation item. It comes and goes. Apparently it's gone. So
it's gone.
It should have stocked up. I don't know. Because you're right. You can't buy any good pizza. It's rough.
The Aldi pizza is not bad as well. They like a really big thin crust one that's not bad.
And, I got it. The fresh one like they have out.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's a nice crunch to it. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good crunch. That's right. But I mean, for grocery store pizza, I like Aldi pizza.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. But yeah, we did find one pizza. Well, maybe we'll get it when you come out because we did find one pizza place that I'm like, we're
Yeah.
getting there.
We found one that's attached to a brewery, and
Yeah.
it's the best one we found. And maybe it's because the brewery is attached. I don't know. We might have had a few brews first, but no, it wasn't too bad. And but it's not, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, my dog is going nuts. She went nuts when we got home today too. I know that.
Of course.
All right, here you go. There you go.
Hit the time, Liam. Hit the time.
That's what I'm doing.
All right.
Daddy's back.
You're
Did,
back. I'm back.
How's the dog?
The dog is surviving. She's kind of a wuss. She's all bark. She just barks at people going by sometimes, but so weird. I don't know. But she loves everybody. She love her. Yeah, she wouldn't win no battles. We got a bobcat we've had in the neighborhood, but I think he's gone. We haven't seen the bobcat in a while, but that bobcat would tear her up.
That's cool.
Ooh, let's see. Who would win? I always wondered it. What do you think? Who would win between a lion and a gorilla? Huh?
Gorilla, no question.
I think a lion.
It's gotta be the gorilla.
Gotta be. The strength is like it can't be close. The strength cannot be close.
I know, but if a lion gets a hold of it, right? That's it. I mean,
where's he gonna get a hold of it? It's gonna have to get a hold of his whole head or something.
Yeah, his neck. That's where lions go for, is his neck.
I know, but anywhere it gets him, he's gonna rip the lion's mouth apart. It's like an alligator, they got those jaws that they're come down strong. Right? That gorilla could just rip his jaws apart.
Yeah, I think you can just rip a leg, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So if you're gonna ask me, would a crocodile beat a gorilla? The answer is no.
A crocodile could beat a gorilla in the water.
Yeah, I know. But the crocodile goes in and out of the water. The gorilla doesn't go in the water. So if he comes out of the water,
crocodiles and alligators.
What?
Crocodiles and alligators suck, dude. If they don't get the surprise on you, they got nothing. They got absolutely nothing.
Yeah, because all they got is a mouth, You can get on their back and ride them. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but a gorilla? Come on.
First of all, they probably already did this in like Saudi Arabia, guys in a circle who have trillions of dollars, we got to figure this out.
How about a grizzly and a lion?
A grizzly.
I thought you were gonna go with a lion.
Yeah, grizzly for sure.
Grizzlies are like way bigger than a lion and have all the same attributes.
Yeah, correct. I agree, 100%. Now we get the Super Bowl.
Gorilla.
A grizzly and a gorilla.
That's tough.
Yeah. That's a bit rugged.
I think the grizzly.
I think if they fought 10 times, it might be 50-50.
You got to pick a side.
I just did. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, the bear is big, I know, but the gorilla's big too.
Yeah, he's got claws. He's got teeth. You swipe the gorilla, he's bleeding
but
everywhere.
The gorilla is kind of more like a person, but with the massive strength, right? Where I feel like we're more coordinated, Bam,
but the gorilla still is meat, and like when the teeth and claws sink into him, even though he's much stronger than a human, he's getting messed up.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I wouldn't just automatically go with the gorilla on that one, but Because the grizzly definitely is a lot bigger.
Yeah, I think I'm going grizzly. That's tough, man. That's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder
Grizzlies
what
are
the size
thousands of
difference is.
pounds.
Huh?
Grizzlies are thousands of pounds.
Right. And then, but how much does a gorilla weigh? So I don't know.
Less than 1,000.
Here you go.
I don't know if they're like 500 or if they're like 800. That's a big difference.
I feel like they're 700 pounds.
How much does a gorilla weigh?
Yeah, we got to Google this.
Oh, geez.
475, maybe.
They're between, basically 475 because it's between 150 and so adult males are between 300 and 500 basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going grizzly. Definitely grizzly.
All right, check this out then. I got one more. How about a Siberian tiger and a grizzly?
Grizzly.
A grizzly.
Yeah, I just don't think you're gonna find an animal.
You know the Siberian tiger, how big it is, right? The Bengal tigers, and they're way bigger than a lion.
Yeah. You ever seen a liger?
Yes, I have actually.
A liger or a grizzly?
You seen a tigon? Joking. I think I don't know. It's a tough one too, though. I don't know, man. I'd probably go with the grizzly, but I'd be hesitant. But I think I'd do it.
Yeah, I mean, as far as land mammals go, that are like carnivores, I'm not sure if I'm picking anything over the grizzly.
How about a polar?
That's a good one.
I think grizzlies are bigger though.
I don't know. I bet they're close.
Hey Google.
Gonna have to.
How much does a grizzly bear weigh?
The answer is
700 pounds.
Polar bear weighs between 775 and 1,300.
Okay, so they're
the
bigger
largest ones can weigh over 1,700.
Yeah,
wow.
go
polar. The polar bear is gonna treat that grizzly like a walrus.
That's crazy. Yeah, the polar bear's gonna have fun with the grizzly.
It's gonna eat them.
And they're psychos too.
Yeah, they kill everything.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I've always heard that they are like the only other animal that hunts for fun besides us.
That too.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I've heard that as well. Yeah. All right. So maybe polar bear. That's probably
the
top of the food chain.
A lot bigger than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be top of the food chain.
Well, about an elephant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Carnivore. Yeah.
Well,
I think an
if
elephant.
The polar bear goes to eat the baby elephant, mama elephant's gonna fight, and who's gonna win?
The elephant will definitely win.
Yeah, a fully grown elephant. I don't think anything.
It.
Yeah. a bite from a polar bear is like a toothpick in your arm or something, like onto an elephant. They're huge.
Yeah.
There's no chance.
All right. So now we determine that's the dominant one.
Yeah, but you got to go carnivore. You know, like that's the most important one.
Saber-toothed tiger.
An African elephant's 13,000 pounds. There's nothing on Earth that's going to be able to do any damage to that thing. That's a tank.
Yeah, that's more than a tank.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen a monkey squirrel?
Maybe.
Well, I had never, and I went golfing with 17. It was about 25 of us guys down to Florida, and we were golfing about 6 different courses, and then one course that had these. We didn't know what the hell they were. And there was like a herd of them, right? Community of them. Whatever you call this, a group of monkey squirrels. I don't know, a gathering. But these monkey squirrels were just chasing along with us, and one of them was just like, it was just like our pet. He just kept running right along our golf cart, We'd stop, I'd get out, he'd stop, he'd look up at me. And they're like half monkey. The front half of them is like a monkey, and the back half's like a squirrel. It's the weirdest thing. Like, it's a weird, and they're just friendly, they come up to you and stuff. It was so bizarre. Like, I just felt like we were in another world all of a sudden, But
Freaks.
if you ever look at them on the video, they're really cute. Actually, it kind of looks like a lemur monkey maybe, and the front half and the back half's just 100% squirrel. It's crazy.
I hate monkeys.
Only in Florida.
I think monkeys suck.
Yeah, I think you gotta go with it's more of a squirrel. We don't really have monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
It moves more like a squirrel.
I'm looking at it. That looks like a monkey.
Well,
that's a monkey.
You're looking at the front half, then.
Yeah, I see the back. The back legs are like a squirrel, like the way they're oriented.
Back half of the thing.
Yeah, that's a monkey.
Can you show it on the screen? Can you show it? No. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait. Almost got it.
Doesn't look good. That's a monkey.
Can't really see it.
And it's ugly.
Show us the phone where your face is right now. That far back.
We'll try that. This is excellent podcasting. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a big.
That's good.
No, we can't
what a
see
great
it.
segment this is. It's gonna show shit on my phone for.
We,
it's gonna play
the visual aid department is letting us down. The visual aid department, come in, please. We're all fired. Jesus.
Speaking of elephants, you're
gonna pull it up on my phone.
do you know where
what one looks like?
Yep. Jamie, pull up an elephant.
Pull up an elephant.
Are you close to Irwin, Tennessee? Have you heard of that?
Irwin?
Yeah.
Don't think so. I don't know.
Well, your boys were wilding out in Tennessee. There was this. See if I can remember some of the details. So it was like 1916 in Irwin, Tennessee.
Okay.
And there was this traveling circus going around, and they would come in on a train. Like the traveling circus traveled around it on a train, and they had an elephant, and the elephant's name was Mary, I believe. That is correct. That's an African elephant.
Is that the
yeah. And then what was I saying? Oh yeah, so 1916, Irwin, Tennessee, traveling circus comes in on the train, and they have an elephant named Mary. Now, the owner of the circus.
Is this a joke?
No.
Oh.
This is real. The owner.
2 elephants going to a bar. I'm thinking that's what it sounds
wrecked
like
them. The owner of the circus really loved this elephant. Really liked this elephant a lot. And he was kind of the trainer for it most of its life, I think, and him and the elephant got along really well. But I think the circus got big, so he'd hire another person to handle Mary. And this guy, I guess, was an asshole and was whipping it and beating it and stuff like that. So he.
What did he do to the elephant?
What?
What did he do to
the
elephant?
Yeah, he was whipping and beating the elephant.
Oh.
And so this guy was riding it, outside the circus tent in the town. And, jeez.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
What'd you say? I didn't know what you said.
I don't know if you'd get it.
It's deep.
What?
I can't say it again. There's no way.
What is going on?
It's not possible.
All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
All right, Liam, write this time down. And I need to know what this joke was.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
What was it? I'm not going until you tell me what that joke was.
I really don't recall. Shit. Don't make me go back. Okay. Continue.
What was it? I said he was like whipping it and beating it, and you said what?
And what did he do to the elephant?
Gosh.
Oh, God.
It's good, man.
It was a long day
Good.
today, guys. That's all I got for you.
You're killing it.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to my story now.
Okay.
So he was whipping.
It's very
it,
interesting,
and-
by the way.
Thank you.
Right.
He was riding the elephant, and
Riding it.
he was riding it, and the elephant bucked him off and crushed him to death.
Mm.
All right. And all the townspeople were pissed in Irwin, Tennessee. And
All the townspeople were what?
They were pissed. They were upset because he bucked him off, crushed him, and then he like ran through the street and like crushed a bunch of like carts and stuff like that. So the townspeople were mad, and they wanted the circus owner to kill the elephant. So the circus owner didn't want to kill the elephant. He really liked that elephant, but he was like, these townspeople, they're gonna come kill this elephant. Like they're gonna kill this thing. So I'm gonna make a little profit off of this. If they're gonna kill the elephant. So basically they sold tickets to it. And on the train, there was a big crane that they would use to like take all the circus tent and circus equipment off and put up. Well, they wrapped a chain around the elephant's neck and they used the crane and they hung it.
Oh,
jeez.
You can Google it. There's a picture of it. Like if you Google like Irwin, Tennessee elephant hanging, there's a picture of it. And it's an elephant hanging. That's how they killed it. And then they had people come watch.
You want me to pull it up?
I mean,
wow.
it's pretty graphic, but
I'm not gonna show it.
Yeah.
Wait. So I thought the guy loved the elephant.
He did, but he knew that they wanted to kill it. Like, I think he thought maybe like the townspeople were just gonna come and kill it anyway.
So he made a game out of hanging the elephant.
He made like an attraction out of it, I guess, basically.
That's crazy.
That's messed up.
It's not great, but yeah.
I was reading where at I'm sorry. Keep going. What is that?
Get real close.
Oh God.
It's fucked up, man.
That's not cool.
It's crazy the morals back then. Like they probably didn't really care.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
different time.
That was your boys in Tennessee.
Yeah. 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 Go UT. Yeah. Yeah. You imagine doing that now? Oh my God.
No, I mean that would never happen now. But yeah, it's crazy.
I was reading in the 1904 Olympics, which were in St. Louis. The marathon was ran, right? And I guess it was a complete mess because they had the first place finisher. He did most of his race by car.
Yeah, I think I've actually heard. I think I've heard of it.
Second almost died from eating. He ate poison. And fourth place finisher raced in dress pants and shoes. And he took a nap by the side of the road and part of the race. I mean, it's you just talk about like different times. Like the elephant, you got away with it. This, you got away with it. Like steroids, no good. But taking a car for part of the race for a marathon, that's all right.
I've actually heard of that. I think the 1904 marathon was like pretty, infamous, but I think that guy who ran in dress pants and a dress shirt and stuff, he came from like Italy or something like that, and he raised enough money to get him over to America to participate in it.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody cared. You could be the marathon runner. Like nobody ever finished either. Like nobody ever finished the race. Like it was, if you finished, you're probably gonna medal. But yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's just different times. It's like we sometimes we criticize people from old times or whatever, but sometimes that's they're just living in their time. With whatever was going on then, that's what was like the elephant. Like that's okay. It's just crazy, but then I guess it was okay. It made sense.
It's not good.
No. I think if you lived in that era in that town, it's a good chance you'd probably want the elephant dead. Just in that era, your culture is different. Acceptable is different.
Yeah.
People are
because it was more of a community.
By their surroundings.
Yeah, it was more of a community back then. So communities would get together, and do whatever they had to do. But just different times. I remember, like, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but my uncle owned the drive-in theater, and but right when the show started, we're running the fogger up and down all the aisles, for mosquitoes and that. I mean, how healthy was that? Who knows? Oh my God.
Marathon, yeah.
Different times.
Crazy. I think that what the record for the marathon is? But I'm not sure if it's official or not. But I think Eliud Kipchoge, he's a guy from Kenya. He ran it in under 2 hours. He's the first one to run a marathon under 2 hours.
Under 2?
Yeah. Yeah. His split pace for like 26 miles is like, I think in the 4s. Something like that.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous. It's like superhuman.
Yeah. Wild. You know what the fastest mile ever is? Take a guess.
It can't be under. It can't be under 3. It's got to be a little bit under 4. It's got to be like 3:43.
That's exactly right. Did you know that?
Let's go. No, I didn't know it.
You didn't know? You just guessed that?
No, it's light work for me.
You just guessed that?
Yeah.
Who holds the record? Don't freak me out.
Is it like No, I don't know it. I can't get that.
Haitham El Guerrouj from Morocco.
I was gonna say he's Moroccan.
I was gonna say Haitham, but
Haitham El Guerrouj, yeah.
Haitham.
Yeah, 3:43.
Oh yeah, that was
crazy.
Brother was Haitham. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom that. That's like a full sprint for the entire mile.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy.
Heart would explode.
Yeah.
I can't run a mile at what Kipchoge ran 26 of them in. I can't run one. Crazy.
I know. It's just, I don't know. It's weird, Sometimes people are just conditioned to do different things. It's wild. It's amazing when you see somebody that's the upper 1% of the world, be good at something like that. Like, just amazing.
Yeah. Just had the right mixture of being born genetically gifted and hard work ethic to do well in it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's rare.
Makes you think back, like maybe I should have been focused on one thing in life,
Frisbee golf. You could have done it.
There you go. Could have been sipping martinis on a beach somewhere, and when I was 21, see?
Yeah.
From Frisbee golf.
World champion Frisbee golfer Jeff Shipley.
Founder.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you guys ever actually Frisbee golfed?
No.
I have multiple times.
Have you? Do you have do you have a set? Do you have like a driver, mid-range, and putter?
I don't have a set, but I used somebody else's set.
Okay.
I've never done it sober.
Wait. Let's back up a minute. A set. So there's like different size frisbees for different lengths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Every time I've gone frisbee golfing, there's somebody that joins us, like some random person that's by themselves, and they look like they're from. They look like they just came out of like 2007 like Warped Tour.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They have like a long ass keychain.
Yeah.
With like skulls on it, and their wallet is always like plaid leather every single time.
That's exactly who goes frisbee golf. Yes.
And they always have like a flat brim hat. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That's
like,
why I could never get into it. I could never do it. I know who's out there. I know who's out in the woods doing that.
You don't want to go there.
Not my demographic.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. That'd be rugged.
Teach their own, I guess. But I feel like it'd be fun. I feel like I'd be good at it. I love Ultimate Frisbee. Ultimate Frisbee was like one of my favorite things to do with my friends.
It is fun. I actually do recommend going.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ultimate Frisbee. Or not Ultimate Frisbee. Ultimate Frisbee. Yeah.
Yeah. I played that once or twice in gym class. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, we just go out into a field and just 7-on-7 or whatever. That's a great time.
Oh, you play like football with it or something?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Where it's like you can't take more than 2 steps if you have the frisbee in your hand, but See, when you get good, you can launch it down there and kind of lead them. Guy just takes off on a dead sprint, and then you just launch the frisbee down there in the general direction. Hopefully, he makes a play. But, that's really fun game. I like that a lot, and you get a crazy workout from it because you're constantly stop, go at a full dead sprint. And but it's a great workout, but you don't even realize it.
Yeah. Have you guys played? It's up mostly in Chicagoland, I think. I don't know if it's national or not, but volleyball, not volleyball,
whirly ball.
I used to love that too. Whirly ball.
Is that you're on the go karts, right? And you're have the lacrosse.
Yeah, you're on the go karts, and you got like 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, and you're not in go karts. You're in bumper cars. So you're in a bumper car thing, right? You got a little scoop, with a little basket, it's plastic, and it's like a plastic ball, but it's kind of hard, so it flies through the air. So you scoop it up, right? And then you got the other team, like yours, maybe 4 or 5 of you guys, right? You got the same color shirts on. The other guys are trying to ram you or knock the racket, so they get the ball. So they're ramming into you, and you're trying to. And then I see my guy taking off like on a post pattern, so I'm throwing it down there to him, right? He catches it. And then in our end zone, we've got a flat board on the wall up kind of high with a round circle cut out of it. And he's got to whip it through that hole, and then you get points. And if you miss it, it bounces off, and everybody's trying to scramble to get the ball, And then it's kind of like a basketball court size playing area. So then when the other team gets the ball and the other guy goes streaking, we're ready, hey, throw me the ball, so you're trying to catch him on a fly pattern. It's kind of fun. It's real. We had a great time doing that. We did that with a company of mine, and then Andre went, and Mark and those guys, and Andre was on the other team, and he was getting a little ticked off, but I had Mark on my team, and I forgot who he had, but I think we had a little better team, but it was fun. It was a good time. Like, it was something different. We only did it one time, but I would definitely do that again.
I love getting overly competitive as an adult. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Especially in team things, because it's like rarer and rarer the older you get that you actually do team stuff.
Yeah.
But when you have the rare chance to do it and you get very serious, like, you need to make a play, man. Like, you're not doing it out there. Yes, I'm 32. I understand that. But I need you to make a play out there. Because in the Navy, we would sometimes we'd be able to get like a team thing going, and I would be like, we got to get after this. Like, we're not messing around. Right?
You are the weakest link. That's kind of like us three when we played at frickin' little hockey game with the sticks, the bubble hockey.
I'm not
whatever.
kidding. The last week and a half, I've been staring at them online to buy one. You can't get like the Stiga one, like the old school one. It's very hard to find.
Yeah.
And the ones they make now are cheap pieces of junk.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some website, I forgot what it was, that had them for a long time. I don't know if they still do, but yeah, I remember having one when I was younger too. I think I might have gave it to one of you guys. I think it was gave it to you, Jeff. It was one where you could not only could you turn it and shoot the puck, there was a button you could push in.
Yeah, you push it in like
and it would lift the puck. So you could lift it in the upper corner of the net.
Yeah.
So you could jam the button in there, it would lift it up in the air.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool. Add a little pizzazz to it. Extra feature.
Yeah.
Charge you more.
Man, I remember when I brought that to college. Nobody had ever played it before. I was king of the good times, man.
You're tearing it up.
It feels so good for the one night that anyone will play with you.
Yeah,
like I did it one night and you never played again.
Yeah, we're not gonna play you anymore, man. It's not fun. I'm like, it's fun for me. I'm beating you 10-0 every time.
Yeah, this is great. I don't understand. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would keep it. I'll keep it in my room and be like, you guys can't play without me. No.
I bought a dartboard now. I still haven't put it up yet, but I was thinking about the hockey thing too. I was thinking about like, how can I mount it where it's out of the way? So I was thinking, what if I mounted it to a board that I had like a hinge on the board and boom, I just put it up against the wall of the garage. When I'm done with it. Comments.
Yeah. I mean, you would need a spacer, obviously, to like bring it off the wall enough to where when you went up, you wouldn't be hitting all the stuff on the wall.
Right. You'd have to have some board coming out to catch the thing,
Right.
Something. I was just trying to think of ways where, you can make it practical, Like that was always the problem with the hockey game. Like if it didn't fit under your bed, there was really no good place to put it. Because it's oblong and it's got sticks hanging out of it, and you got guys on top, so you can't put anything on it. You can't put anything really under. It's a tough thing. Where do you put it? But man, we had a lot of fun with that though, didn't we? Woo.
Yeah. I need to get like a permanent one that's like, has like the glass bubble over it.
The bubble,
like arcade quality one.
We were down in Missouri this past weekend. We went to one of those bars that had all the games, and I thought it was bubble hockey upstairs. So I went up there, and it was bubble soccer.
Yeah,
you played
I've
that?
Seen that where the foot's just like out.
Yeah, depending on who the guy is, you might have a big long foot. He might be laying down, I feel like, with his leg out, and you're using the whole body to smack it.
Mm-hmm.
There's other guys that are upright and
it's not the same.
No, it's not. Did it one time. It was it.
Yeah.
They had this other game where, kind of like beer ponging away. They had like the 10 cups way out there, kind of like what's that thing where you roll the ball and it goes up and then into one of those skee ball. It's kind of like skee ball, but you threw the ping pong ball into all 10 cups. If you had to get in all 10 different ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so Ben was doing it and this and that, right? And I'm like, I'll try one time, So what happens is when you start the game, right, the ball that you're going to use comes shooting up in the air right in front of you out of this hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's floating there on air. You got to grab it. Let me tell you. It probably took me, every time I was trying to grab it, I smacked that ball probably 10 yards to my left like 6 different times in a row. I couldn't get it. I couldn't grab it. Because I kept expecting gravity to take over. but gravity defied me. So when it was popping up, I'm trying to catch it under, and I'm smacking it with my fingers or something, fingertips. I could. Finally, Ben came over. He goes, "You gotta wait. Just wait. It'll just sit there for you, and you just grab it." But it's right in front of you, and you feel like you got to get it quick because it's not going to be there long. It's just floating in your mind. You can't process it. I don't know. In my mind at the time, apparently, I can't process it right now either.
Did you make all time?
Overtired. I did not. I only did it one time, and I made 8. 7, maybe 7 or 8. I don't know.
4.
Whatever.
3 or 4.
I didn't really see the cups. But,
Liam, what are we at? What time are we at right now?
We're at like an hour and a half.
Jeez. All right.
Bit of a long one.
I think we did it. I think we crushed it.
Hit it. Yeah. I'm so tired, guys. Been a road.
Yeah, you shouldn't be casting right now.
I'm so tired.
That was good. The elephant one carried the podcast. That was good.
Yeah. I think it was really Jeff came in with the new rock band paraphernalia shirt.
You're clinging on to this one. It's not.
You're not letting us go, huh?
It's a tough. It's a really tough ass name too. Explore. It's got a bad name to it, doesn't it?
I like your commitment. Even though the joke's not working, you're like, I'm going back in, guys. I'm going back in.
But you don't have shirts with words on them unless, they're really saying something funny or it's really something.
Wait, exploring's not something?
Well,
what do you mean it's really something?
Like,
you don't want to explore a mountain?
The only word shirts I have a Rush, a couple of those.
Yeah.
But that's a band, right? So I was like, this is a band. That's cool. I've also got everybody hear that?
You gotta go to bed, man.
Everybody hear that?
No.
My lips aren't matching my voice.
All right, bye everybody.
I guess that's it for now. But there is something I have, and that it's gonna.
We're done, man. We're done.
Wait, I just remembered it. Unclap the clapper. I might be old, but I'm not. But
Holy shit! Did you just fall asleep?
I might be old, but at least I got to see all the cool rock bands. There it is.
Nice. I don't remember what we were talking about, what was going on.
Words on a shirt. I didn't have.
End the video where we clapped, please. We don't need him saying any slurs by accident.
Yeah. I thought you were about to pass out.
Yeah. He is going on an apology tour. Like, I took an Ambien.
Right. Oh God. Anyway.
All right.